Ethereum blasted past my target of 3,600 and into the 4,000s already today. Deribit, the largest exchange for trading crypto options and futures, has now priced a March 2022 strike for Ethereum at $50,000, meaning that traders can now bet on whether Ethereum will be $50,000 in under a year. I'm going to take a look at this chart, Litecoin, EOS, tell you what I think is coming next in the market. Stay tuned. What is up, everybody? I'm Scott Melker, also known as the Wolf of All Streets. Please subscribe to the channel, hit that like button down below. As I mentioned, dinosaur coins, the large caps from back in 2017, all seem to be going absolutely nuts. We saw ADA and XRP and BNB all pump, and then we saw that followed by Ethereum and Litecoin. Now we're seeing similar movement from Bitcoin Cash, EOS, potentially TRX. The market is going absolutely nuts for these old coins. Well, let's first talk about Ethereum. As I said, it smashed through my own target of 3,600, which people thought was a bit nuts not so long ago, and is already trading well above 4,000 and even 4,100. We're going to take a look at the news and the charts to see why that's happening. We're also going to take a look at the EOS and Litecoin charts because I still think those have some room to breathe. Let's first take a look here at Ethereum on the Bitcoin pair. Absolutely smashing. We can see that Bitcoin dominance has been dropping completely, a result of Ethereum's absolute domination of the market. As you can see, I had this trade here and this trade here marked for subscribers of the newsletter, and we were talking about them here on YouTube. Broke this resistance, absolutely flying since. It's very, very clear that Ethereum is a buy the dip situation. So if you get a drop down to this area, you'd be looking for this. I ultimately think that Ethereum will reach these highs, 0.156 from the run back in 2017, 2018. It's only a matter of time. Everything is looking bullish for Ethereum. Let's look at it on the Ethereum United States dollar, the dirty fiat pair. Here we go. As you know, I was screaming to buy Ethereum here on the retest of the previous all-time high at 14,019. Now we're trading at $4,133. This is really, really interesting because now we're getting into that same kind of territory of where Bitcoin reached before its retracement. It was had an all-time high of around 20,000, went up to 65,000, 3.5 times price. Well, if we, extrapolate that same move, we'll be looking at something around $5,000, something like that. So Ethereum is now, as we discussed would potentially happen, following in Bitcoin's footsteps and making that huge move of a 3.5x. I think that Ethereum is going much higher, potentially even $10,000 this year. Now, a lot of people are saying 6,000, 7,000. I think 10,000 is definitely possible this year. As you can see here, we hit the target that I was talking about of 3,600 from this pennant right here, 3,600. And you can see I've drawn some lines for buying dips. These are the key areas that I would be watching if Ethereum does come back down to earth a little bit. Right now, the next buy would be just where price was today, around 3,915. But after that, be pretty eager to buy around 3,600 if you are looking for this. Now let's move on to Litecoin very quickly. We had this breakout. This is the pattern we've been looking for. You have this long descending resistance. This one's only from 2020, but some of them going back to about 2018. Breakout, retest of support, and movement up. We saw it with ADA, XRP, BNB, Ethereum. Now we're seeing it with Litecoin and other coins as well. This should ultimately reach this target up around 0.007976, but I think a lot of people are probably more focused right now on the dollar pair. If you're trying to trade this and buy the dip, this would be the logical spot around 0.005629, looking for a move, something like this. I think ultimately this will go much higher. Now let's look at it on the USD pair because Litecoin made a new all-time high, breaking $370.78. I have been calling for this for ages. I've been bullish on this coin. I've been screaming it from the top of the mountain. Now look, what's amazing is this candle right here. This weekly, it's called Morobozu, which means there was no wick at the bottom, no wick at the top. It literally opened the week at the lows and closed the week at the highs. It's as bullish of a candle as you can basically possibly have. So now you're looking potentially for a retest of 370.78 before price discovery. That's the previous all-time high. Now listen, Ethereum came back down here when it did it and ended up closing above. So I would say if you're trading a weekly chart, Litecoin, something like this, then you want to definitely be looking to use a wide stop loss and a smaller position size than normal because it's a weekly chart, could take time to play out. And if price comes back here and goes up, you don't want to get stopped out. But I would be looking to enter around 370.78. Now let's look at EOS because this is just starting that same pattern, going all the way back to 2018 at the highs versus Bitcoin. You could see that it just broke the resistance, right? 1, 2, 3 touches up there, broke on the 4th time. So now you'd be looking for a retest of this blue line as support. Maybe it trickles down. You get really lucky and catch it down here at 0.001415, but you're looking for a retest of that and then heading up, breaking levels on the way, but eventually you're looking for it to reach those highs on this breakout. This is a confirmed breakout on absolutely massive volume. Volume increased in general, but this is big volume, and the biggest volume coming into the breakout candle. That's what you want to see. So you're looking for something, like this. It comes up, kind of comes down here, and then, follows the levels all the way up. That's what I would be personally looking for on EOS. We just saw a number of coins do exactly the same move, so why not? Now let's look at EOS on the USD pair, kind of a similar idea, broke this very key resistance on the weekly. So now you just simply look for a retest of $8.65. That kind of area is where you'd be looking to buy before continued price movement up. Very, very, very simple. Now let's get to the key story right now about Ethereum. If you think that I'm bullish and have been irrationally bullish because I got a lot of criticism for saying 3,600 and even 10,000, well, dare a bit. We've introduced the 50K strike in the March 22 expiry, the highest strike in the history of Ethereum. That means that traders now can put their actual money on the line betting that Ethereum will reach $50,000 in March of 2022. We won't get into the details. Just know that that's now a bet that you can actually make. Absolutely means that there are people out here who are willing to put their money on the line to say that Ethereum will reach 50K in about 10 months. And I think that is absolutely possible. Now, why is Ethereum going up so much? I guess that's the question. Well, Kyung Ju, who is the CEO of CryptoQuant, says that it's because of institutional buying. And he's been saying it for weeks now. Another evidence that US investors are buying ETH at Coinbase. ETH Coinbase premium has been significantly increased since early 2021. New money is flowing into the crypto market. Now, I've been talking about this for months, and so have a lot of people that, we was good to see Bitcoin being added to corporate treasuries and companies buying, but very soon and next we would see Ethereum also being bought. Grayscale has talked about how much demand there is for their Ethereum trust. That means institutional buyers are also adding Ethereum to their balance sheets or investing in Ethereum to actually make money like a company wants to. Absolutely bullish. I don't think Ethereum is going to stop anytime soon. I will say personally, the only thing that I think stands in the way potentially of that is these insane gas fees, which hopefully they're fixing. I tried to send someone $1,000 today in USDT, and the gas fee proposed was $139. That is not sustainable. That's a little crazy, but I do think that there are a lot of solutions coming that could potentially fix that. And why else is Ethereum going up? Well, when we have increased demand and a lot of people shorting, we see liquidations, which helps fuel price on the way up. Here we go. Ethereum hourly short liquidations across all derivative exchanges hit a year high. So you can see that that's about $15 million in that hourly short liquidations. That's quite a bit and the highest that it's ever been. People are still trying to short this thing, which is absolute fuel for a move up. Guys, these large caps are doing exceptionally well. They're breaking all-time highs. So just look for the ones that haven't moved as much yet. And there's no guarantees, but they're the ones that are most likely to go next. I don't see this action stopping anytime soon. Bitcoin is chopping sideways and could be rebranded as boring coin, which is amazing for us traders and those of us who are invested in these other coins. I will be live streaming at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today, so make sure to come check in. We'll be hunting through a lot more charts to see what we can find. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button. Until 2 p.m. Peace.